business dashboards play such an important part in helping you steer the ship and getting in front of things before they become, snuffing out the small fire before they become a bushfire, so that you can kind of get in front of things and make sure that you're very clear, or there are people acting on things that you need to act on because your dashboard has told you so. Okay, team, let's dive in. Welcome to another episode of the Ignite podcast. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Josh Stone. I'm the founder of Ignite Coaching. I'm actually a civil engineer by background. Helped a whole bunch, or was part of a whole bunch of businesses growing to about 40 million per year. And when I exited that business, I decided I wanted to help other business owners do the same. So at Ignite Coaching, we help business owners of engineering consultancies grow to 5 million, from 5 million to 10 million and beyond. And I love what I get to do every single day. All right. So in today's episode, we are talking about your business dashboard. And I guess I'm talking about this is because I work with so many, I guess what would be classified as small to medium business owners, and look, this is 100% a journey, team. Like you are, particularly when you start out, really until you get to about that $1 to $2 million mark per year, you are doing everything yourself. Like I'm talking marketing, sales, operations, admin, project delivery, client relationships, vision, strategy, all those sorts of things, although that tends to get left by the wayside because you're so busy doing the doing. And because that, you're doing all the things and you're just, you're kind of flying by the seat of your pants and trying to just do all the things in your business. And kind of conversely, that's why I built my boardroom program, and that essentially helps and steps business owners through each phase of the journey: 0 to 1 million, 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 10, and 10 and beyond, because I recognize that because you're so busy doing the doing, you want some help kind of just knowing what the steps and the stages are and how to kind of move to that next level. But because you're so busy doing the doing and doing all the things in your business, you're kind of flying by the seat of your pants. And like one of the things that I encourage all of my clients to do way earlier than they think is to start to set up systems and processes, but more importantly, a business dashboard. Because, you're not going to grow beyond your ability to work 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week until you start to leverage systems, processes, and the team around you. And I find when I'm getting on calls with clients who are thinking about working with me, or even clients in my programs, a lot of my clients don't know their numbers. They don't know the metrics that are important for them to build their business. And so there's a couple of kind of metrics that are very common that I encourage all of my clients to know off the top of their head or the back of their hand. But also as you go through this journey, you'll start to understand too, like the metrics that are meaningful to you. We'll talk about a bit of that as we get into today's podcast episode. But because you're doing all the things, you're just you're putting out fires, you're so reactive. And that's just kind of the reality of things. That's kind of the journey until you start to build a good team below you. You start to put in your leadership team. You start to have an operations manager and sort of key people in your business running all the different divisions. It can be quite reactive. And, when you're focusing on one area of the business, client relationships, project delivery, another tends to fall away in terms of potentially admin or operations and that sort of thing. So it's really, really important early on in the piece that you build a business dashboard. And the reason for that is because I think, there's a lot of business owners out there just kind of winging it and hoping that they actually turn a profit. And like I said, I get so many clients on a call when I'm like, okay, what's your revenue numbers? What's your kind of average revenue over the last 3 months? And where would you like things to be in 12 months? They have no idea. Well, they have to sort of pause the conversation, stop. I'll just bring up my accountant's spreadsheet. I'll just bring up my synergy output for the last 3 months and tell you, what are your profit margins? I have no idea. I just get to the end of every year and I wait for my accountant's report to tell me whether I've made a profit or loss for the year. Isn't that kind of normal, Josh? How many clients do you need to win work from this year to hit your numbers or to hit your growth targets? How many new clients? How many existing clients? What's your numbers around team growth? Like if you want to grow 20% per year, like how many new designers do you need to put on? How many new engineers do you put on? And so many of those questions get met with, I don't know, I'm just kind of winging it and I'm putting out fires all the time. Like when my team scream at me, they need more resources, I put on another resource. Or, when a client gets frustrated or my part-time bookkeeper says, where's these invoices? Like I'm just so reactive. And so what I want to impart on you today is you need to know your numbers, but you don't need to know all of your numbers inside out. You just need to know the numbers that make a difference in your business. So you need to know the high level numbers and how you're tracking each month to know that you're growing or to know that you're on track to achieve your goals and your metrics and targets. You don't need to know that, there was a 14.4% whip write-off last month, or that there was, 15 cents spent on an extra credit card charge. Like you don't need to know the granular details of that. That's what your bookkeeper is for. That's what your accountants are for. And that's what, as you build your business, you're filling out roles on your team. You need to know the big numbers, the big metrics that make the biggest difference in your business. And so once you know those, it's about building a dashboard and having that information pulled from the right areas in your business so that at any point in time, halfway through the month, at the end of the month, on a call with me, you can kind of pull up those metrics and kind of know your numbers. And that's what's important. That's what's going to make a difference. And you look at the quite seasoned business owners or the business owners that are doing really well. They don't know all the numbers in their business, but they know the numbers that matter. They know that, for example, they've issued 15 fee proposals in the last 30 days worth $4 million. And they know that of those fee proposals, 50% will convert, or whatever your conversion rate is. And so they kind of know that those metrics matter in terms of their pipeline of work. They know that, they've had 15 interviews for 4 positions, and that, of those 15 interviews, 10 are going to be duds, 5 might be okay. Like you kind of get what I mean. Like you have to know the metrics in your business that are meaningful and that can help you make the decisions, but you don't need to know the granular detail. So what's important is to have a business dashboard, something that you can refer to all the time, something that shows you, your upcoming revenue for the next 12 months, your forecasted profit for the next 12 months, your key client relationships and your potential key client relationships. You need to have something that talks about your growth projections and where you're going and how many staff you need to hire each month to achieve those growth projections, or how many new clients you need to achieve your growth projections. You need to have something that's simple, that you can glance at, that you can easily kind of know your metrics and know your data so that you can make informed decisions. And that's kind of the key thing here, is that you are the captain of your ship. You're the one that's kind of steering things and making decisions and having to have hard conversations and having to, pull the lever on certain sort of things in your business to make sure that you are kind of keeping all the areas of your business moving in the right direction. So if you don't know that one of your areas is not working or is off track, or that you're 50% behind in your revenue projections, or that you're 30% behind in your hiring to hit your growth revenue targets, then you're going to get to the end of the year and you go, I just completely missed that, or things are so far off track now, I don't know how to kind of get back. And so you need to have this dashboard. And like, I'm not talking about crazy dashboards. Like I've just had my bookkeeper build me a really, really simple dashboard in Excel. She's pretty amazing in Excel, but something that just helps me know that I'm on track, or if things aren't on track. Like for me, calls with potential clients are a big key indicator of how my business is going. So if calls drop off, I know that I need to then get back out there and start to increase the marketing side of things, because that's a key metric for me that I watch all the time, not only revenue and profit, but calls, conversations, that sort of thing. So you need to have a dashboard and someone build it for you, and just start somewhere. Just start with kind of the key stuff, and then over the time, over the months, add to it as you go. Because again, like, start taking action somewhere, work out what's working. You'll be looking at it 1 month and going, geez, I'd love to know X, Y, and Z. and you get someone to add that in for you. Geez, I'd like to know where that's going. Get someone to add it in for you, but just start so you've got the basics of your metrics covered, because that means that you can then make informed decisions. You know which levers to pull and which things to leave alone. You can glance at your dashboard and go, great, my revenue projections for the next 12 months are amazing. I don't necessarily need to focus on marketing and sales right now. But over here, if I can see that, the revenue is going to go really well and we're going to hit our growth projections, but our recruitment is really falling off, I know that as the business owner, the captain of this ship, I need to focus on recruitment or staff or rejigging the team so that they can deliver on the revenue, that sort of thing. So these business dashboards play such an important part in helping you steer the ship and getting in front of things before they become, snuffing out the small fire before they become a bushfire, so that you can kind of get in front of things and make sure that you're very clear, or there are people acting on things that you need to act on because your dashboard has told you so. So team, that's why building your business dashboard is so, so important. And like I said, it does not have to be this crazy thing with dials and colors and that sort of stuff. Just something simple where you can glance at any point in time. It gets updated once a week or every day or once a month, depending on you and your resources, where you can glance at it and know how your business is tracking and what you need to focus on in your business in the coming months to make sure that all the areas of your business are tracking okay. Yeah, that's it for me today. So I really hope that coming out of this, look, if you've got a business dashboard, it's working well, amazing, kudos to you. If you don't, please put that on your right next thing action list in terms of building a bit of a dashboard to give yourself your visibility. And what you'll find is you're not going to be putting out fires all the time anymore. You'll actually have that visibility over your business, and you can be so much more proactive than reactive when it comes to your business. So build a dashboard, and yeah, let me know how you go. And team, obviously, I love helping my clients with this sort of stuff. If you'd like some help moving your business forward faster, please don't hesitate to reach out. Let's have a chat about how I can help you grow even faster. Okay, have an amazing day.